do have Discord. Welcome to Talladega Super Speedway. HSR is finally back after a long-awaited vacation for them. They're currently in their qualifying, though, so it will be just a little bit for them. I believe they have roughly about a minute. I had to make drastic changes. Didn't have enough room for Ethernet cable, so I'm running off Wi-Fi. Luckily, Wi-Fi's doing fine. It's been acting a little bit weird. iRacing, the launcher itself hasn't been normal. I don't know why, so I'm trying to figure that out. Of course, I don't have time for it right now, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. I need to get cable more than anything because I don't have enough. But they just got done with their qualifying results here, so I will pull them up. Like over 20 cars in this race. So first, it's Kenneth Stamper. Second, Nash Bramble. Third, Doug Newbig, a familiar name from the Sim Racer Hub Challenge. Fourth, Tyler Letchworth. Fifth, Drew Hopkins. Sixth, Joe Hurd. Seventh, Dylan McDonald, racing the Core. He's from Core Racing Network and also racing the Ghost Cup Series a season ago. I also did also, but I do not race now because I broadcast so much. Eighth is Chris Blanchard. Ninth, Nathan Rhodes. 10th, Darius Sells. 11th, Alan F. Hunter. 12th, Jared Barclay. 13th, Hunter Parsons. 14th, Dylan Bassett. 15th, TJ Floyd. 16th, Cole Larson. Always think that's Kyle Larson when I read his name. 17th, Kerry Whitaker. 18th, Kyle Bartles. 19th, Robert Colligan. 20th, Shane Holchester. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name. Zachary Tostovan. 21st. 22nd, Andrew, that's race control, so that will move up one position. So 22nd will be Trevor Eichenroth. 24th or 23rd, Kevin Hallman. 24th is Bradley Shepard. 25th, Darian Hallman. So those are brothers probably. And 26th, Michael Skeely. Hopefully that is all right. And I will take your little second here. I believe drivers are on the starting grid right now. Yep, they are. I will give them all a paint refresh when they all grid. Trying to get one of my broadcasters in here, just having to deal with some of his stuff every now and then, so it might take him a little bit. I will give these guys all a paint refresh. We got one driver. That's Andrew waiting to grid, so I'll give them one now. I know some drivers have put in some new paints, as I've made the mistake of not bringing a drink up here, so it's going to be fun for me. Mistake for first time in a while. I cannot believe I did that. Today's been hectic, that's for sure. Doing a lot of stuff all the time. Having to edit interviews, edit everything else. Seems like I'm never not busy. You've already got an instant. Yeah, what happened there? The 23. But I am joined by Matthew. Matthew, you can talk now. I've unmuted the Discord part of it, so Matthew is going to be joining the Ghost Racing Network. Just trying to teach him some stuff right now on how to do some broadcasting. He does have experience, but been a little bit for him, so I'm kind of lead him in here, not throw him in the fire. Really, I don't want to do that to a driver.
Yeah, thanks, Bryce. I'm just loading it up here.
He kind of had to rush over here. He actually got done with the race before this, so yeah, we try to race outside of this. Of course, I'm not able to most of the time. I'm trying to find a league, but can't find one yet. So I'm kind of looking around every now and then. But you see some nice paint schemes. That 22 has a very interesting paint scheme. Never saw something like that before. 16 is rolling on the apron. We got new sponsor up in the top right. That is Team Watson Racing Setup Shop. Been on their team for roughly about 6 months, I'd say. Very good setups. They're always making updates. Kenny, who's the builder for the NASCAR side, is absolutely amazing with it. He's always making changes. So I hit them up. Use code WATSPIN. That is WATSPIN 39 for 5% off your purchase of your set. Sets are not a lot to begin with, so won't take them. So they're not. I think they're about $8 for some of them. I think some of them are actually free. So if you just kind of want to try it out, they are very good. If you need help with it, they'll always be willing to help you. That's how that community is over there, as my microphone is moving around everywhere. My arm is not quite on it. But, Matthew, what are you looking for in this race? Might have muted himself on accident. I have to see. Pace car is going to pull off. We got a little sack up there with that Red Bull truck. Not sure what that was about. That was a little weird there. Luckily, no major incidents occur from that. So drivers going to be coming to The start zone here takes forever at Talladega. It feels like you just keep on going and going and going and going. The green flag is in the air. We are underway here. Drivers already starting to space out. Not to run into the back of each other, it seems. I haven't seen these drivers, but they get already looking 3 wide there to decide against it, luckily for them. Pretty calm so far out front. Everybody's already kind of filed down to that bottom lane. That the 2 lanes already formed. The 26, that is Nash Brambala, already leading that top lane. He has the 19 behind him, going to be coming with a shove. The 8 is also behind him. 27, that is a Mountain Dew start, possibly, I think. You see Dylan McDonald's now hopped up in front of that top lane. He wants to take the lead now. Seems to be a common theme with Dylan's paint schemes. He kind of likes that kind of like camouflage-ish, I'd say, somewhat like that. Nash is all over him, getting him a really good arrow shove, getting him down that back stretch, making sure he gets out and away, and he's going to take the lead now from Doug Newbiggin. Nash is trying to late to him to see if they will migrate to the bottom, and that's someone was not clear, and they came down. That was a 30 huge crash now. That is multiple trucks. Somebody wasn't clear, and that is a pile up. It looks like 10 drivers still getting into it. That is an accident. Driver not clear, tried to come down, and that takes out a lot of people. Go see who cleared themselves up here. Looks like it starts. I know, I see it. So it looks like maybe I want to get the car number right. Who is that? That's the 19 Red Bull. I'm trying to get their number correct. You see from here, though, he's just not clear, and he comes right down on the 30 of Kenneth Stamper. You see him wrecking at that point, and then he overcorrects it, goes back up into traffic. Who is that behind Kenneth? There, I want to see who this driver is, because I'm not sure who that number is. It looks like the 11, so if I will find the 11 here. So it looks like Kevin Holman. No, not Kevin Holman. Somebody else that stamped as an 11. But that was a huge wreck. That took out multiple drivers at that point. I believe that will probably maybe trigger some pit stops from some guys deciding to. I'm going to come down pit road, top off on fuel. Now, that'd be me personally, but we'll see who takes it. We got the 76s looking. He's going to take, yep, he's going to take some people with him. 876, 7. That's 18 car. I haven't seen a lot of one. No, Kerry Whitaker always runs that TikTok truck, so that's always something that is a very common theme to be seen. A lot of guys decided to stay out. See, yeah, we got some guys with damage. They're going to have to come down. Yeah, these guys that have smashed front ends are going to have to come down pit road. Use a faster pair. They do have one. Of course, drivers don't want to be using it on lap 1. Not what they wanted to see at all. Drivers thought he was clear, and yeah, there's still someone down there. I don't think he really knew, though, to be honest with you. As Ricky, I did not see you in here. My chat had not refreshed. Thank you, man. Always fun racing against you. Remember, I won Best of the Rest in Ghost Cup Series. You didn't. Me and you always raced. Me and Ricky always raced. I can't even speak. Race very clean when we ran each other. Always fun racing against him. Haven't really got to. I got to race against him some after that. You know, we just kind of. Not necessarily in our separate ways, but just kind of different leagues, really. And I picked up the broadcast stuff, so I'm not able to do a lot of it. Need to see. I think my sound may have decided to possibly reset itself. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, drivers, they'll have at least one more time around. This is one thing. Pace laps at these tracks are so long, it is ridiculous. It takes them forever to go around. I believe they're actually averaging about almost 2 minutes. If they were running 2 seconds, that'd be really fast. 2 seconds a lap. Not 2 seconds. 2 minutes a lap. I can't stumble over my words over here. See, Cole, I don't know if Cole got in that. I think he may have gotten into it. There's so many guys that were piled into it. That was a big wreck. See, Cole, yeah, I did say he crashed, but that can also be some driver coming to a complete stop that will register as that. Like, I might have had a little bit of a PC issue here for Matthew, but yeah, lights are off on the pace car, so they'll be going green next time by. I believe this will extend their fuel just a little bit, probably to about lap 31-ish, if I had to guess. Possibly that. That 14, that damage is not going to treat him well at all. That's going to be really hard on him. Probably not going to have much speed in that truck, knowing that. Getting that amount of damage really takes a lot out of it. Why does that want to get 1080p? Give me that. I don't want that 480p. I'm going to get to stream on my tablet. Tell you what, there's a big difference between some tablets and some other ones. Wait. Dylan's almost the same iRating as me. I didn't even realize that. That's kind of... okay. And one name that I'm not seeing in here is the Maine's father and son duo. That was one common thing that I always saw, but they're not here. Not breaking my heart, but I kind of do wish I would see them. So if y'all are out there watching, you should probably get in one of these races soon. I need to get something to drink, like, badly. Actually, let me put this up. I don't know why my mic was down some. That was awkward. I had it down 2 decibels, and it should have been up the whole entire way. I raised that right back up, so hopefully that wasn't drowning me out before. Pace car is going to pull off. Dylan McDonald leading to green. Nashman Ball to the outside. The 30, Kenneth Stamper behind Dylan. The 27 of Darius Sells outside of Kenneth. Behind Nash. Going to be coming to the Geico restart zone. Takes these drivers a long time to enter it. See, he has the flag in hand, but they got to wait till they get that blue area that says Geico. And we are back underway here at Talladega. Dylan McDonald gets a good start, gets out ahead of Kenneth. Nash is running that wall, the 27 of Darius Sells. Let's see what he does. He's going to put Nash 3 wide. Nash is probably actually deciding he doesn't. Yeah, Nash is getting really out of the way. He does not want to be up there. He saw what happened. He's like, I really don't want to be up in this mess. Can be good and bad drivers. They go back there to really avoid it, then they can get themselves caught up in it. 30 of Kenneth Stamper jumps up to that top line. They're going to get a shove from Darius Sells. Drivers deciding to keep it clean, just pretty much run side by side with each other. Dylan's still leading that bottom lane to 76 for giving him a really good shove. Darius is trying to get to the 30th bumper as best as he can. Or sorry, Darius is trying to get to the 30th bumper as best as he can. I think I might have said Dylan there for half a second. top lane's kind of broken up now. Darius is going to try to hop up there and lead again. He tucks right back in. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing this. No need to. We've really got 2 packs that have kind of broken out now. 2, yeah. Some guys didn't take their fast repair. And this is going to be hurting them pretty bad. Jared Barclay's going to go around the 0, or the 0. Has some heavy damage, so it's hard for them. Cole Larson, his dad's actually in the Discord. Always had something not really bad to say. He's always saying like, wins the race, wins this and this and this. He's very involved with what his son does in iRacing, so cool to see that. 8 trying to swing to the outside. He might want to tuck back in. He has nobody behind him to help him if he doesn't make this move, as that gap will close really, really fast. He will stay out of the line just a little bit, and then he will go back down in line. Everybody running a big choo-choo train on the bottom currently. See, Kenneth has really started to drop. You see Darius trying to make it to the outside. Oh, he comes down in front of the 11. He gets turned. I don't believe that's going to bring out a caution. Can he keep it off the wall? He can pretty much just light tap with the rear end. He was not clear at all, and he gets put around. We'll go watch that really quickly. Thought he was clear, and he was not. He gets turned right around. That was a single truck spin, so it's going to stay green. Dylan going to continue to lead that 8. Probably shouldn't. I don't know yet. If I was him, I would not be doing that, knowing that you have nobody else. But you see, that is the. Who is that right there? I believe that's Ashton Roth. Yeah, that is. These drivers are really trying to come up on each other. Getting very close. I thought they were going to get a middle lane form because he hit the bump in the middle of the corner. You see that truck really shoot out from under him, really kick loose. Really reach out and grab it. That thing wanted to shoot sideways, but he was not having it one bit. Dylan's continuing to lead that bottom lane. He's got pretty much everybody lined up behind him, so this is probably the most optimal thing that he could have right now, I'd say, for him. He is burning more fuel, though, so that's going to be something that he has to watch. He does not want to be burning more fuel than needed, for sure. See that 10, that's Barclay trying to get that outside lane working with him. It's somewhat going, somewhat not at the same time. They gained some more people with him. I believe we kind of got what's happening behind Cole. We got a second group that is way back. These guys are out of the way of everybody, as Jared must be, yes, he is a lap down. I wonder why it kept showing me that when he was in the middle of the pack. But while these guys are going around, don't believe pit stops will be happening soon, but while we'll do a quick commercial right here. Didn't realize my mic was still muted there. I was talking to no one there for a little bit. But Matthew, I believe you should be here now. If you can talk here and just make sure I'm picking you up in Discord.
Yeah, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy on you now, man. Looks like you had a little bit of trouble getting in here like I did earlier, having to deal with iRacing not wanting to work.
Man. But, hey, I was watching and listening the whole time. And this race is, it's tight up front. They're not giving an inch for any spot.
These drivers are really trying to pretty much lay it on each other's door. They're like, I'm not going to give you an inch at all. And I'm really antsy. I'm like, I don't know if I'd be doing this, but these guys are wanting to go door to door with each other. And it seems to be working so far for them. Would I be doing it? Probably not. It's really two lanes that have been formed up with each other. He's been moving around a little bit. I'm kind of worried if I'm Alan Hunter, I don't want to be around that 9. Really, he's kind of moving around a little bit too much for me. But this second pack, they have been losing a lot of time. They're 20 seconds back from the closest car in front of them. Actually, about 22 seconds back. Some guys didn't take their fast repairs. Some guys did, and the guys that didn't, they're feeling the pain of not doing that. So they should have done that when they had the chance, it seems.
Yeah, I heard the call on the crash. That's unfortunate, but yeah, that second car on the high line, he can push that outside truck on the straightaways really hard, but then he's got to let off in the turns, and it's really slowing that outside line down.
Yeah, those guys are pretty antsy with each other for sure. We got the 9, almost got turned off the bumper of Alan Hunter. That 9 has been having some checkups. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't think that Alan meant to do that either. That 9 has just been really iffy with his line that he's been holding.
It definitely changed everything here. That second line is falling back. Let's see if they can get it back on the outside.
See, Dylan McDonald went from the lead to running 6th, so he's not had a bad thing. He kind of had a break when the 76 tried to go down to the bottom. Didn't bring everybody that he needed with him, so he actually got stuck in the middle lane. That allowed Dylan to actually get some drafting help. See, though, 10 of Barclay gets a really big wiggle right there. Has to really catch his car. Second group back here. Kind of in the middle of nowhere at this point, it seems. Oh, that 11, 2 11s are very confusing to me. See, they got pit stops a little bit earlier than what I thought. Dylan McDonald's going to come in. He's going to bring the 11 with him. I don't know if, oh, he might not gotten in pit road in time. He was really pushing it, getting down there. As Matthew, I believe your mic has muted itself. Oh, I heard you there for half a second.
Yeah, I got you now. I think this second pack might come in here. Oh, no, just 2. 2 coming in.
Only 2 guys came with. This is the kind of the rear end group. The 27 and the 18 going to come in with each other. So, see, these guys are out and away, though. This is some odd hits. I would expect everybody to kind of come down together, but they're really not doing that. And I'm not completely sure why, but it's kind of confusing to me a little bit, it seems. But Newbigin's trying to get a spot, at least trying to side draft. Slow him down. He needs to probably find a spot in line, though, because this is going to hurt him drastically. As we got the 9
Ooh.
shot off. That's the second time in about 3 laps we saw him go down to that apron.
Yeah, you're right, Bryce. This is a big pack that hadn't pitted yet. I think they have to come down this lap, and hopefully y'all can make it.
I think they could probably try to split it as Newbigin, the Lone Ranger, trying to take that outside lane, but when is he going to stall out? Because he did have a run. He's side drafting pretty hard. Surprised he's able to do this all alone, as he's actually going to be let in by the 89 of Trevor Ashenroth. Doesn't take it, though. He's going to try to get to this outside of the 79 of Colgan. As pit stops are going to happen now, let's see what Newbigin does. He's getting in there pretty deep. Oh, it's loose, wiggles, and he misses pit road. He overshot pit road, trying to get on way too hard. That's going to hurt him a lot. Everybody else behind him came down. That is catastrophe for Doug Newbigin early on in the race. Luckily, these guys can drive through each other on pit road, because that would be a catastrophe. That's iRacing.
Yeah, he's going to need a caution now. That was aggressive on the outside line there.
Skeely was out and away. Everybody else in this group is going to be out and away. They're going to catch Newbigin like it's nothing. Newbigin is probably going to go a lap down here easily, knowing how he overshot his pit road. These guys do some little bump drafting off pit road. They actually will get each other going. Newbigin, he did not need to see that. He just got in there way too deep. And I saw that rear end kick out and his wheels turned the other direction. I was like, oh, he overshot it. He just tried to get in there way too deep. It did him.
Yeah, we have a lot of trucks separated here. It'll be interesting to see how it comes out once everybody pits, but we have a lot of trucks separated on the track.
So we've got guys that, let's see here. Newbigin, he's in now. He's going to have to hope that, I don't even think he can. I mean, that's going to be, you spend 14 seconds on pit road or in your pit stall alone. I think he's going to be caught so fast here. I don't think he's going to have a chance to merge with anybody. I mean, it's going to be close if he does. He might be able to kind of mesh in with maybe this pack back here possibly, but I don't think he's going to be able to really catch a break. Yeah, there he is. So he's not going to be able to catch this pack. So that's good. That was not a good sequence of events for Newbigin at all for him.
Yeah, I could see what he was doing. He was trying to make up a lot of ground, which he did, and outbrake everybody going into the pits, but he just outdid himself there a little bit. Don't blame him. Don't blame him.
Some drivers, they'll be pretty aggressive with their brake bias. Somebody will just throughout the race if I can get a little bit more, but he was definitely trying to get a lot, and his truck was not going to slow down at times, so he pretty much was about to plow with everybody. Luckily, nobody was in front of him. Groups that are now broken up. So we've got this second-ish group were led by Kerry Whitaker. They'll probably catch the truck in front of them here. It won't be hard for them to do it, I'd say. The 11 to 7. So 7's kind of got away with it. I really wouldn't say he did, though, because he's pretty far behind from these guys. I believe that may get them all done on pit stops, however.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2 3-car groups, two 2-car groups, and then we have this train here, which will definitely outdo all those unless they start fighting.
You don't want to see these guys go side by side, but Whitaker has caught this main pack. He's going to drag the 79 with him. He's going to try to go to the front. The 22 will come with him also. It's a very interesting paint scheme. I'll give him that. I don't know. Never saw that ever. Whitaker's going to try to get... He's got people with him as that double zero moving off the bottom is going to hurt him. Whoever's getting on the apron a little bit too much. These little minor corrections that these guys are making. That's scrubbing off maybe 1 mile per hour. And it may not seem like a lot, but you know, at these racetracks, that is a lot of speed that is being lost in that matter of half a second, if that at the most.
Yeah, this is what everybody behind them is hoping for. And it also gives an opportunity for a caution if they start racing hard.
See how fast these guys will pull up lap time, see what they're running. So the way they're running, some of these guys behind them are running a little bit faster, not super fast, however, but they are picking up some time here and there. If they do, it'll be pretty close with being able to catch them. I don't think they will, but Whitaker's going to take it to that 8, the 76 moving off the bottom, kind of getting Whitaker a little bit antsy.
And we have some slow cars coming up here.
See, he gets out of the way, way out of the way. I think that's a Mountain Dew inspired paint scheme because this is the layout of it. I think so. I like to look at people's paint schemes. Yes, it is Mountain Dew. I knew it. I had a feeling it was. I just wasn't completely sure.
Yeah, old Dell Jr. paint scheme, which is awesome.
Being a Gordon fan, everybody made fun of you because they're always a Junior fan. And it wasn't fun.
I'm a Junior fan. I just like that paint scheme.
Actually thinking about going down to my first race in 7 years at Martinsville again. There for Gordon's last win at Martinsville, and I never stepped foot on a racetrack ever since then. So that's been since 2015. Thinking about going down there again. the first
So
time
you
in
were
a long
there
time.
when Kenseth pulled that move.
Oh man, you know, so you think that? Okay, here's the thing about the race. So Kansas pulled the move. Okay, everybody you kind of feel it in the crowd, but when Kansas pulled that move, you thought that the cheers on TV were loud and all this sort of stuff. No, it was so loud. Everybody was cheering on Matt Kenseth for dumping Joey Logano. You could not hear anything because there were so many cheers. Like, no one was booing the move, anything like that. And I remember we were sitting off the exit of turn 2 where we always sat. So I got to see him just absolutely dump Joey Logano. And that was probably one of the best racing moments I ever saw in a race, seeing a driver get dumped. And when Joey Logano came out of that car, he was booed so loud. And then, when Gordon was leading late in the race, since I'm a mass comm major, so we've learned about cameras. There's an iris on the cameras. So what that does is you open that iris, it collects all the light that you can see. So everybody on TV, they saw the track was green, or not green, pretty lit, everything else like that. I was actually at the track, that track was pretty dark. I mean, it was more than dusk. It was, you can still see your hand in front, but it was getting pretty dark there. Everybody was calling for the race to be called, give it to Gordon. And when Jeff Gordon came off of turn 4 at Martinsville and won, I've never saw a crowd cheer louder than I ever have for Jeff Gordon. Everybody loved him at that moment. And I made the choice of deciding not to stay after the race, and he actually came up into the stands. So I was still mad at myself for that, but that's definitely a moment that's a moment to remember. I got to see I got to see 2 of Jeff Gordon's wins at Martinsville, so that was always that was a cool thing. I believe the first one I got to see him win at was 2013 and then 2015. So they're definitely worth the trip down there to Martinsville. Martinsville is Gordon's track. No matter how much he struggled, he could come to Martinsville and he'd do pretty good there every single time. So it was always worth the trip.
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely good there, him and Johnson. And it was definitely dark there that day because I had some friends there. But I would have been the one booing Kenseth because I'm a Logano fan there, Bryce.
Oh, man. I don't have anything against Logano. I think it was just really that year, the year before, Brad Keselowski was messing around, and I'm still mad at Brad for Texas, but I think what it really was is they were just so fed up with Penske doing stuff and then acting like they never did anything. I don't really think Joey Logano did anything bad. I think Kenseth was just tired of getting ran into more than anything, and it was really Logano that was doing it all the time. So he said, "You know what? I'm taking you out." And he was just, I think he just got fed up with that moment. And I don't really blame him, but I don't.
Hey, when those NASCAR fans get loud, it doesn't matter. It's good. It's good for the sport.
It doesn't matter, and especially when the TV picks it up, they're like, "Oh yeah, let's get this going."
Yeah, and these guys here, we're talking about a past race, and they're fighting hard for every lap and pushing every lap.
Dylan's looking 2 or 3 wide on the 13. He gave a little peek. He decided, it's probably not worth it right now, and I don't blame him for not making that move at all. He definitely gave it a peek, though, but he decided to pull off last second.
Yeah, these 11 trucks are controlled chaos right now, so I hope it doesn't come uncontrolled.
Yeah, if you think about it, so there's many different forms of racing. You got NASCAR, F1, Formula. People may be like, you're absolutely crazy to, drive a cup car, a truck, an Xfinity car. But, the one thing that I don't think people think about is, so I drive a Subaru WRX. And if anybody has been around Dirt Rally, they know that that is an icon in that sport. And, I've done a simulator. And you may think, okay, but here's the difference. You may think going 180 miles an hour around this track is scary and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. It is absolutely terrifying. You get in that dirt rally simulator, you have guys going through the middle of a forest on mud, sideways half the time, no control, going over 100 miles an hour. Like, they can end up wrapped around a tree any second. Those guys are absolutely insane.
They're insane.
I don't understand how you get in there and drive a car like that, and you don't have grip half the time. Like, what is going through your head at that moment when you're in those cars?
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, I think I told you earlier, I just raced 150 laps at the Coliseum in LA, and I got a blister on my thumb. I don't know if I want to do that again.
Tell
But
you-
when you wreck here, you wreck hard.
Oh yeah, it's really just some guys have been able to get slowed down in time, but really what it is I mean you're on the brake as hard as you can when you spin here, and sometimes there's actually been incidents of stuck throttles on people's cars, and what that is pretty much the driver will not be on it at all, and the throttle is literally what it says. It is stuck wide open, and they will absolutely destroy the wall. Some hard hits. I know Eric McClure was one. My father actually taught him in college. So
At Talladega, he hit that wall.
It's stuck wide open, and he absolutely drilled that wall.
Might be one of the hardest hits I've ever seen in my lifetime.
That probably is. I didn't see it live because I don't watch Xfinity. I'm really only a Cup guy. I don't really watch trucks at all. The only reason I watch trucks is because of Parker Kligerman, the local team from Abingdon, Virginia. Always like watching him, but I'm more of a Cup guy. I know probably the scariest wreck that I ever saw was probably, and I watched it live on TV, it was Austin Dillon's wreck at Daytona. I thought when he got in that wall that he was dead. I mean, I really thought that as soon as he hit that wall, he was dead at that moment.
Yep, that was about 12:30 at night too.
That was probably the scariest moment. I mean, I literally, there was no thought in my mind. I was like, he's dead. And then he got out of the car, and I was like, you have to be kidding me. Goes then. We got Kenneth Stanford. We were talking about that. What happened here? That was back in pretty much the second pack here. What? Oh gosh.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Looks like, what happened here? Did he get on the apron? That was odd. Oh, he just overcorrects and into the wall. Let's see what happens after this. He must come down. He's got it locked back into the path. Everybody keeps it rolling, but that will bring out a... he tries to get it back rolling. There, don't kill him. Just tries to overcorrect it. That actually blew up his engine somehow. Maybe downshifted in the wrong spot, but that's going to bring out a caution.
Yeah, this is going to bunch everybody up. Everybody's going to pit.
It's going to change everything. I think now if you come down pit road, this time you are good to the finish. You will not have to worry about fuel. I expect everybody to come down. If you stay out, then what are you doing? I guess I have to ask you. You probably should come down, but yeah, don't think they'll be taking tires now. You probably can if you're getting a full tank of fuel. Some drivers will.
Yeah, if you get a full tank of fuel, I would take the right sides, and you can work your way back up if somebody doesn't do that.
Yeah, I made a mistake of Powerade. Body armor takes like it's 2 days old for some odd reason. I'm drinking the bottom of the bottle.
Looks like that 88 Mountain Dew maybe got the lucky dog, but that's a little bit too early. I know he just passed the pace car.
We do have live race control, so they probably did wave him around, possibly.
He's going in the pits.
I'm not sure what happened here, but everybody's going to come down pit road. Yep, everybody, literally nobody's going to stay out. 10 is wave around, so some guys, you will see that they are just coming around to get a lap back at most. So, what?
And even though it's Talladega and restrictor plate races, you can lose or win your race on pit road here.
Yeah, you don't want to get back in the pack this late in the race, but everybody is off in a way it seems pretty calmly. Luckily, as he just overslays pit spot. That's not really a big thing here. We'll see who comes out first, and I'll bring them in for an interview. Looks like Kerry is actually going to retain the lead. So we will bring Kerry. Let me just make sure I don't want to be. Yeah, so we'll bring Kerry Whitaker in here very quick. What room is he in? I just forgot. He was in team 5. Hey, Kerry, this is Bryson Matthew in the booth. You got a copy, man? Man, so how's the race been going for you, man?
Pretty good, honestly. There was that big wreck in the beginning. I seen it before it started happening, and I went down to the inside, got around it, and put me in a good spot to run up front, and finally worked my way up there after that second caution. Was it another caution? I don't remember.
I mean, how do you feel about your chances now coming to, I believe, about, if we could be going green with 16 to go. How do you feel sitting out front, man?
Happy, but I'm worried about it. My teammate, I think he might have went a lap down. I'm not completely sure where he's at right now. If anything, he's in the back, so I really don't know who I'm gonna work with up here, and some of them are a little more aggressive than I like them to be, but it's gonna pan out how it's gonna pan out.
All right, man. Well, I wish you good luck. Hopefully, I see you in victory lane tonight, man.
All right, I hope to see you there too, man.
So that was Kerry Whitaker, the driver of the number 23 TikTok truck. I don't know why he's always running a
cool
TikTok.
looking truck.
Yeah, he's always running that paint scheme every single time. I've noticed that with him.
My son would love that truck.
Tell you what, I had that drink. I don't know what I've had. I think I ate something earlier. Oh, yes. It's been forever since I broadcasted. Luckily, yeah, we got some guys coming down the top, actually. Nah, it looks like the fixed. Wait, are they? No, they're topping off. Dylan McDonald comes down, so maybe they couldn't have made it on fuel.
Maybe green, white checkers. They're making sure they cover that.
Possibly. I mean, that could be an option. Yeah, so I'm surprised some of these guys came down pit road, but before these guys go to backstretch, I'm going to roll these very short ads that are to start finish line. I'm going to roll these very short ads that we have. Use code WATSPIN39. That's WATSPIN 39 for 5% off your purchase at Team Watson Racing Setups. Just figured out one of my settings for my graphics was not only to work, so it was making me lag a little bit, but you all don't see that because I forced my computer to fix that on the OBS end, so you guys don't have to deal with it. Now, Matthew, what do you think's going to happen coming to 15 to go here?
I think these guys have that rule where you can't go 3 wide for the first 2 or 3 laps. So I think it's just going to be a controlled pace lap for the first 3 or 4 laps here.
Yeah, I do expect these guys probably around lap 8 is when you're going to start seeing a lot of movement for sure. See, Alan Hunter with that damage on that right spoiler, I'm surprised he's able to hang up here with these guys, but he's making it work surprisingly. Whitaker's
you don't want to get out too far here.
Oh, yeah. If you get out too far, you're going to get eaten up very fast. I think Whitaker probably does know that. We come to the restart zone. And we are back underway.
That 89 got a good launch.
He did. He might actually be able to clear Kerry. Kerry does have the 14 going to be to his bumper. Maybe he can get a little bit of a shove to stop that. Yeah, he's going to be able to stop that 89 from coming down just ever so slightly. 89 is going to get on his door. Really 2 lanes. Looks like both are pretty even right now. We got some switching back there. That was Brembala going down to the bottom in that purple and yellow truck.
Do the leaders want to come down here, or are they going to say hi?
See the 89? Nope. He comes right down in front of Whitaker.
Probably a good move.
No, I've noticed one thing with Super Speedway racing. That middle lane is what's really the strength. The bottom lane doesn't work all the time. That middle lane wants it, but once that middle lane gets going, it gets going. I mean, they are like a freight train. They are not going to stop for anybody. A little bit of contact made there between the 76 and the 14. Both able to keep it straight. However, 7 drivers looking not absolutely killing each other just yet. Save that for lap 1. After all, these cars are not real. You can trash them. Nothing will happen. So go wreck each other. I'm just kidding. Don't go do that, please. I don't want to see any more cautions. Actually, no, it's kind of weird being a broadcaster. You want to see cautions sometimes you don't. because you want to see the wrecks. That's one thing about watching the sport is the 14's all over the bump of the 23 really moving him.
Yeah, these guys, when you wreck, you don't get hurt physically, but emotionally, it hurts just as much as physically sometimes.
I was gonna say that it doesn't hurt physically, but man, your emotions, yeah, it's happened sometimes with me. You know, I go to like, I'm gonna win, and just right in the wall, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. That's what some drivers experience at these tracks, sadly for them.
Yeah, my family will stay away from me if they're watching a race, and I don't do very well. They give me my space for a little while.
Oh, there's been a couple races I know I've been absolutely fuming over it, but I've just been like, I'm not. It's not worth it to me anymore half the time. I'm just like, I'm gonna come back and absolutely destroy the next race, and then when
that's it.
You know, and it's kind of a thing with racing too. You know, you can do bad one race, and you can come back and do really good the next race, and you don't say anything. But when you pass that guy that beat you before, you're like, this is why I'm better than you. It's just kind of something that happens in this game. You get very, very competitive with each other.
That's it. Yep. I'll be interested if this high line, the 76, gets a good push, if he'll go down low or stay high. It's almost eventually he'll make his way up there, but does he go in front of the 89?
I think one thing the 79's lacking just a little bit of is he can run a tad higher than the 60s or 76 and get a little bit of a runoff and get to the bumper of him. Now the 11 Super Speedway Racing, I ran Talladega. I actually decided to shove 2 people to the win there. You need that guy behind you to be as close as he can be. As the 76, I don't think there was contact there. He just gets out of the way. He's going to put him 3 wide now for a quick second. He might not want to lead that. Actually, that might have been coordinated between those 2 guys. 11's in the wall, and there's a wreck behind.
Oh, no.
The 11 spins down to the apron. That's going to bring out a caution.
So I think that truck tried to bail out high, but the guy behind him didn't know that he was doing that and went with him, and it just slowed everybody up.
See, he got in the wall, and once you get in the wall here, it just kind of pulls you with it. He's in it. Tries to pull himself down to the 18. Actually doesn't really make that much contact with the 18, but locks it down. Looks like both the drivers actually get away with minimal-ish damage, it seems. Luckily for them. That's still contact for those drivers. They did not want to see that. I know that some of the guys up here probably wanted to see caution. Some guys probably didn't. This will extend their fuel, however, if they were close. As I have so many updates on this tablet, I did not realize this. Holy crap, that is a lot. Let me fix that now. So what I need to do, get a Ethernet cable that runs to my room. Luckily, Asus comes through and actually puts a adapter on your motherboard. So that's good for me. Still not optimal. But Carey only lost 1 position from that, so he actually didn't come out bad. McDonald did make it through. McDonald is from, I'll give him a shout out. He helped me with another race. He actually picked up a race for me also. He's from Core Racing Network. Dude, really mainly their series saves them a lot of money. Able to do a lot of stuff. They have pretty much every single car. Seems to know some series are out. They're starting with their 87s.
Well, he's up to 6, so he could easily win this race.
See, some driver faking it out here. No, 11's going to come down. That's Kevin Holloman, if I'm saying his name right. Who else comes down with them? Darian Holloman. Those 2 are brothers. Have to be brothers. Father and son. I know we have father and son duo and Jason Main and Garrett Mains. Garrett is actually a Coke Series driver. Jason is on the road to pro. Both very good when they come in. These races, they absolutely dominate, to the dismay of some drivers. So I'm not very happy about that. But while these guys are under caution, I'm going to roll some commercials here. We're back. 9 laps left. Lights are off on the pace car. This is going to get hectic now. Not surprisingly, no, with this big of a field, not that many cautions as I would have thought. Only 3 tonight. Now, the first one was a big one that took out a lot of drivers. Luckily, a lot of drivers are still in the race, though. Some of our lap down just deciding to stay in, as I thought that was 30 there. You see, yeah, some guys are lap down, some guys are 2 to 3. I got one that's 8 laps down, just trying to soldier on. Tell you what, I made a mistake of not making any food. I'm very hungry. So as soon as it's done, I'm definitely making some chicken. Good Lord. Pros of being an athlete, you're always hungry half the time. Love it. Oh, if y'all, yeah, can't even speak half the time anymore. But if y'all are new, if you don't mind throwing in this subscription to Ghost Racing Network on YouTube, trying to go or grow. Growth has slowed a little bit, really, just because I'm not able to branch out and get some new leagues. So kind of stalled out some, not a lot though. Still getting some good views here and there.
Looks like they're trying to sort everything out here.
Yeah, some drivers probably in spots they shouldn't be, as I've sat on my ankle. That was a bad decision. Need to sit in the chair correctly. Who cares, though? Oh, my gosh. It is very sore. Jeez.
Oh, it looks like maybe the 14 is close to being out of gas. Just giving that away.
This is not good. He's on the apron, so he very well could be coming to pit road. I'm guessing that they must have had to change the fuel amount here because they normally don't run out like this. They normally can go about
He's coming
20
back
laps.
up.
Huh? Maybe just a fake out by these guys.
Well, it's getting ready to get good.
I went to the restart zone. And we are back underway at Talladega. The driver's already wiggling around, getting pretty loose there, it seems.
Tire spin. That's wild.
I wouldn't really think that would have happened at a super speedway, but it can. Harry.
Yeah, if you haven't taken 4 tires, if you haven't taken tires this whole race, which some trucks may not have, you'll get that.
Harry hops up into that middle lane. And he actually stays in that middle lane. Gonna get the 8, gonna come shove him. Dylan McDonald trying to get a good shove. What does he ridiculous say? I swear. I think that, is that Hupke's face? Is that, hold on. No. Okay, I'm trying to look at something really weird here, y'all. I think this might be someone's face on the back of his car. I can't tell. I need to get his chase.
Oh, the 8 to the outside.
Oh, he goes to the outside. Now 3 wide. Dylan McDonald puts them all 3 wide. He's got absolutely zero help. That might be Hubka on his rear. And he's going to get the 26 of Nash Brambala. With Justin Jefferson hitting the gritty behind him. I know Brambala wants to hit the gritty in pit road. Or pit road. Victory lane. Stumbling over my words. This is what happens when you don't broadcast for a while. Start butchering everything.
Outside line's going to have a great run here.
Yeah, the 8's going to get a pretty good shove. He's actually going to go to the lead. That 76 is laying it to him. A little bit of contact made.
Yes.
Able to bring the 76 with him. He comes out the bottom there. Kerry has to bail out of the throttle to not plow into him. Up to the top now. He takes a swing. Goes right in front of the 0. Going to give him a good shove by. The 38 down to the bottom. That's Dylan McDonald. Going to keep an eye on him a little bit. Not really one driver that sticks out a lot here to me.
That 23 just pulled a Chase Elliott move on the last lap last week, so let's see how it pays out. He's going to have a big run down the backstretch here.
That double 0 might not be the best pusher. You can see just a little bit of damage on that left front. He's got some rear end damage too, so he's been in a couple incidents, but it doesn't seem to be hampering him too much. That will definitely hurt him a little bit, though. Might not be the best pusher. Kerry's probably hoping. He's like, oh, I have the pusher behind me. That's not necessarily doing anything wrong. He just got damaged. He can't get up to the back of him.
Yeah, those front 2 here are bumper to bumper. You've got to push at this point. Even if it's in the trioval, you've got to push.
They're going to go 3 wide the 22. I don't think he meant to do that, but he's going to be put 3 wide now. McDonald's going to close that gap on him. The 79 is going to come help the 22. He's looking on the inside, trying not to actually help him. He probably doesn't want to. Maybe running a little bit hot. I know, actually had experiences at Talladega. Never had the next gen get hot on me. It about blew up about 3 times on me. I had to actually bail out of some stuff, but these guys might be doing that. Pulling some temps, so if you see him drop back this late in the race, they might be saying, no, I'm going to get my engine to cool as it can get. And that guy in front of me, you're getting a big old shove. They might be 3 wide back there. They are around the 9. Just half a second, they all are like, I'm done. I'm going to get away from this. Eight to 76 are on the bottom. 23 to 0 on the top, getting a good shove. That 76 is really searching around on the 8. He's got to be very careful. He can really hook somebody.
Yeah, if you're anybody in this pack, you want to be that 8 car right now.
Oh, the 89's on the apron. He almost got turned. Somebody on the outside. That's the 76 trying to get him going as that 00. Could have turned Whitaker right there. Oh, we got somebody flipping. Oh, my Lord. That was Nash Brambala. What happened here? That doesn't bring out a caution. I'm going to have to record that. What just happened?
That truck is in outer space. That's why that caution didn't come out.
Now it comes out. I caught a quick glimpse of something flash on the edge of my screen.
23 will be leading when the caution came out.
So what happened here? Oh, there he goes. And he is up in the air and lands on his hood. That looks like a steering issue because let's see what happens. Yeah, that is a steering issue. Oh yeah, his steering wheel's dead at that point. There's something that happened with Nash. We'll go on board.
I can't see the replay, Bryce. Did he land?
I haven't saw that the whole way. Let's see what happened here. On board with Nash. Nope, his controller didn't die. Or his steering wheel didn't die. He just tried to come up the track. And it did land on its hood, then rolls back over on all 4 wheels. So maybe Nash thought he was clear and he evidently wasn't. I'm not sure what happened there. That was kind of weird from Nash.
So he just hooked in the wall and it threw him up?
Yeah, pretty much it's just kind of, Irison's not so perfect on that. He definitely caught a part of the wall that just kind of was like, you're going to be clipped right here. And it threw him up. I think he might have a fast repair, but that was odd. Nash doesn't normally do that. So I'm curious to see what happened with him.
Well, let's see if anybody's close on gas here. We'll find out.
I think that, if you're... Ooh. I think you can make it now. This will be... it will be a green-white checkered, however, though. So... this is going to be interesting. Drivers, Kerry, he will be the leader. This does change a lot of stuff. See if the 8 of Joe Hurd is in Discord. I'm gonna bring him in. Let me see if he is in here somewhere. We got Joseph and Joe Hurd. I'm not sure who's who. I think this is him. I don't want it. I'm not sure. I don't want to call anything, so I'm not going to bring him in because I don't know if that's the actual driver. Some guys will shorten their name. So we'll leave him out there for a little bit. Who is the 00? Hunter Parsons, is he in one? Actually, we'll bring in the 3rd place, or 4th place driver here. Where did he go? He's here somewhere. There he is. Hey, Hunter, this is Bryson Matthew in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, so you're sitting fourth at this point. How do you feel about your chances of winning this race?
I feel pretty good. Car's fine. Got a little front end damage, but not too bad. Still got a fashion pair, so I'll be ready to use it if I have to.
I mean, you've been kind of caught up in a little bit, but you're definitely in the position. Now, what do you think you have to do, coming down to this green-white checker to get the win here?
Just gotta survive. It's people behind you, they're gonna start driving aggressive. Guys in front are gonna block. So it's at this point, it's who can live.
Yeah, Talladega is always a race. It's pretty much Hunger Games. You're trying not to get killed the whole time. That's what people, either you love it or hate it. I don't like super speedways for that reason, but some guys will chew that up. But hopefully, I will see you in victory lane, man. I will let you go.
Yeah, I hope to talk to you soon.
That was Hunter Parsons. I forgot which room he's in. I think no, actually, I remember it now. It was this one right there. So he's in the correct one now. But Kerry Whitaker, he's got the lead. Matthew, what do you think is going to happen coming down to the green-white checkered?
I don't know, but I think you described it perfect. And I've never even thought about it like that, but it is the Hunger Games. Whoever is left is left. You can have a strategy all you want, but on that last lap, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You just got to make it to the start-finish line.
Yeah, you've got no friends. You may have teammates. You may think if you have a friend, no, they'll leave you out. Yeah, especially with money on the line. They don't care.
Yeah,
they
when
do
it
not
comes to
care.
money, yep. Yeah, no teammates when it comes to money.
Nope.
Unless you're going to split it, maybe, but still.
Drivers will be pretty selfish. They're like, I want the money. Now, some guys, if it was me and I was in the position, I'd probably take the money. I wouldn't be too greedy, but some guys are going to get really greedy here, that's for sure. They gotta decide how greedy they want to be. Some guys will have a little bit of a difficult decision with that, though, however.
Yeah, the more planning you make with teammates at a restrictor plate race, the more it goes haywire, is what I've learned.
Oh, yeah. It's just so weird. It's with these tracks, it's just awkward. It really is.
It is, and it's awesome, though. These restrictor plate races, it's hard to explain to people that don't understand restrictor plate races, but it's one of a kind.
Oh, yeah. See the 8 on the outside, the 23 on the bottom. 0, 76, 38, 89. Trying to name all these trucks, and I already missed them. Actually, no, look who's made a comeback. The 10 of Jared Barclay. He was a lap down, I think 2 laps down early in the race, and he's gotten back on the lead lap now. He has a chance to win it. Nice.
Was he involved in that first crash, maybe?
I think he may have been.
Good. I love that. I love that. Hopefully he can get up there.
Whitaker's going to lead him to green here. The 8 on the outside. Whitaker. This is a position you want to be in. Also, don't want to be in, leading him to green here. Green flag is back in the air. Some tires spin a little bit. See these guys wiggling just a tad. They do get hooked up with each other. That 00 didn't have many tire spin at all, really. It's that 10. It's taking him a 3 wide already. He's going to have absolutely no help from anybody. See the 13 goes. He will not get any help. He's going to be all alone. The 8 and the 0, the 38, the 13 versus the 23, 76, 89, and 14. Pretty even on both lanes, but that 10 side drafting these guys is actually going to be hurting them. He needs to get in line for this top lane, but that top lane coming with a shove. That 00 making the 8 move around. One of Michael Jackson moving around on the dance floor. He's doing it right now.
I don't think you're going to be able to form a third line here. So this is it, what we got. The line low and the line in the middle.
You see guys moving around, trying to get air. It's really shoving. This is when you're at the point you're like, if I got to run, I'm going to give you a shove, maybe give you a shove by, or go around you. You can take a run. But white flag, they're going to be wrecking before they get to the white flag and see if they keep it green.
Oh,
it will stay green. Coming to the white flag, there's a wreck. The 00 is not going to take the lead. This is now anybody's race at this point. That was a huge wreck, however.
7 trucks.
That 00 moving around at the bumper of Dylan McDonald. Can Dylan McDonald take home the win here? He's got the 13 behind him. He's kind of boxed in, though. He needs to get that 00 out of the way. They're going to lose a little bit of time here. The A9, Trevor Auchenroth, is laying it to the 76 of Kyle Bartles. Doubles their move up the track a little bit. This is when drivers going to make their move. The 89, Dylan McDonald gets involved. They keep it straight, though. The 76. Now he's going to be put 3 wide. Ashenroth looking. Alan Hunter goes under the yellow. Gives him a little bit of a tap. He able to keep it straight. Coming down to the line at maybe 3 wide for second. It's going to be the 76 takes it. Who got third? It looks like it was Ashenroth. Alan Hunter got second. Ashenroth third. McDonald fourth.
The 76 did what he had to do, and he did it.
Oh, yeah. We'll go back. Watch that wreck at the start-finish line, though, coming to the white.
Yeah, Kyle did what he had to do.
See, it was the 23, Gary Whitaker. He's just coming up to block the 8, and 8 was coming there with the run. He just a late block that was thrown. Wasn't intentional to wreck each other, and that took out a lot of drivers behind. The 8 comes back down into the 7, into the 33, into the 11, into the 77, the 11 and 79. Get into it. Carries spinning. The 10 of Barclay plows in. So does a 91. That was a wreck. And they just keep it straight, but Kyle doesn't even do a burnout. He actually just goes straight to pit road. I believe that will probably be talked about on the finish. Of course, they did get the white flag. There's nothing that can be done after you get the white flag, and this is pretty much, yep, it's just gloves off. You race the line at that point.
Yeah, I kind of hope Kyle gets out there and does a burnout.
Looks like he won't, though, sadly for him, but I will pull up the race results. So we will bring in the 3rd place driver of Trevor Ashenroth here. Let me find him in the Discord, as my throat is going to be hurting tomorrow. I can already tell. Try not to drink anything. Do not do that if you all do broadcasting. Big mistake for me. We will bring in Trevor Ashenroth here. Back in.
What a race.
Oh, yeah. Forgot I have to make sure somebody's actually in one of these rooms half the time. Oh, that's making me do that. No, it's not making me do this. Hey, Trevor, this is Bryce from Matthew in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. I got a copy. How's it going, man?
Man, so you come home third. How was... describe from your perspective how that last lap went.
I didn't see much, to be honest with you. I just stayed with what was going on in front of me. I saw some cars turning the wall, saw some other trucks turn, and coming to the straight, I was either going to be in second or I was going to go for the win. And, baby, I tried. This boat kept chugging, and I came home with third. I kind of made myself clear. Shout out to Hunter. He called me a numbnuts in the chat. So, yeah, I tried, man. That's all I can say.
And then last lap at Talladega, pretty much anything goes. It gets very, very crazy. But before I let you go, is anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Oh yes, sir. Hey, Team Throttle Bangers. That's Kenny was in here with me, chugging his heart away. He made it back up there, finished 6th. TA Parts. If y'all need used auto parts, it's TA Parts on Instagram and Facebook. TAParts.shop. And Vulture's Paint and Body out of Augusta, Georgia. Y'all, if y'all are near Augusta and you need a paint job or a tow, call us.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good 3rd place finish tonight, though, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you guys for the stream.
That was Trevor Ashenroth, 3rd place driver. I just got a notification in Discord, so let me check that. Oh, that's not good. Nice. I like that comment. But we will go. Yeah, we will bring in the 2nd place driver in Alan Hunter. Hey, Alan, this is Bryson Matthew in the booth. Got a copy, man?
What was that at the end, Hunter?
I believe he doesn't realize he's unmuted. So we'll bring in the 1st place driver and Kyle Bartles. Hey, Kyle, this is Bryson and Matthew in the booth. Got a copy, man?
I do.
Man, so you come home first. Describe what was going through your head that last lap knowing you had all those guys behind you.
I was trying to get up there and help Joe, and I was just stuck on the bottom behind the 23, and I was just trying to I was just gonna play how it was gonna go. Really, I mean, once you're stuck on the bottom at Talladega, I mean, you're just along with the ride. If you get in a wreck or if the hole opens, you go for it. But yeah, not way how I want to win it. Probably be looked at. I was just trying to push to 23, but I know the tri-oval's really pretty bumpy here at Talladega in the trucks, and I was just trying to stay as close to his bumper without really touching him. And I mean, I don't know if it's kind of a net code because he just kind of went right.
I think he may have been trying to throw a block on that 8 that was coming on the outside. That's what I saw from my point of view, but I'll have to look
Gotcha.
back at it. But it looked like he was trying to get a block, and that 8 just had such a big run on him.
Gotcha.
He couldn't get up there in time.
That makes me feel better. I mean, I really thought it was all me. I was like, God dang. That's why I didn't do a burnout. So, but yeah.
Yeah, man, crazy race. But no, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank 17X Racing and our main sponsor, Colgan Enterprise and Off Axis. So, thanks to those guys, and glad to come home with the dub. Hopefully, it stays and come home with the pot.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good win tonight, though, man.
Thank you.
That was Kyle Bartles, the race winner. We'll bring in the second place driver now. Hopefully, he realizes that he's unmuted before I drag him in here. Hey, Alan, this is Bryson Matthew in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Alan.
Looks like he's not there, so we will not be interviewing second place. Sometimes you have to cut your losses. And I don't even think he realizes that he was unmuted for a little bit, if I'm being honest with you. But I'll go through the finishing order here. Kyle Bartles first, I can't even speak. Kyle Bartles first, Alan F. Hunter second, Trevor Oceanroth third, Dylan McDonald fourth, Shane Holchester fifth, Kenneth Stamper sixth, Robert Colgan seventh, eighth, Kevin Heilman ninth, Doug Newbig 10th, Hunter Parsons 11th, Chris Blanchard 12th, Jared Barclay 13th, Darius Sells 14th, Tyler Letchworth 15th, TJ Floyd 16th, Joe Hurd 17th, Kerry Whitaker 18th, Cole Larson 19th, Nash Brambala 20th, Darren Holloman 21st, Drew Hopkins 22nd, Michael Skeely 23rd, Bradley Shepard 24th, Zachary Tostovan 25th, Nathan Roge. Hopefully I don't butcher your last name, but crazy finish. Now, Matthew, what did you think of that race overall, though?
It was a good race. Not many cautions, but it's. I mean, I know this is just a game; it's a simulation, but it is just like a regular Talladega. It's not many cautions, and at the end, it's chaos. But I hate Kyle Bartles worrying about everybody else after the race. He won the race. It's Talladega. Things are going to happen. Go out there next time, do your burnout, and enjoy your win. Don't worry about anybody else.
Yeah, man, he's just a little bit worried about it. I have to go back and look at it, but I'm not sure if they're doing a money race tomorrow. They may be, maybe not. No football is going on, so it probably won't be happening. So I'll probably be at the Twisted Chassis Truck Series on Monday. They're getting very close to ending their season, but I will roll this ad and I will let you all go.